Okay.
All right, so basically what we're going to do is try and remember 10 years of our existence as a band.
As best as we can.
And it will be full of ups and downs and things that we get upset about internally, but also things we're really happy about.
Because let's all start with our names and our turn-ons and turn-offs.
All right. I think
Discussion.
to discuss our whole band's career, we need to set the preface that this is just what we remember. We don't remember much. We're not guaranteeing that we remember it all. But what we do remember is...
I'm also not even saying that some of this happened.
And what I can
I mean?
confirm is in 2011, I didn't even come into the band till halfway through. So I'm going to let you take it from the get-go.
Yeah, what do you remember?
Actually, Luke should take it from the get-go.
You were the get-go man.
Okay, so it all began... How did it begin? I think honestly, it might be because I think you would have a clearer picture because I think you saw it slightly from the schoolyard and then
I did. It was looking in from the outside. It was different.
I'd hit the big time.
Yeah. So
and you wanted a piece.
I mean, it's fine to put it that way if that's what happened.
So when we were really mature men. Of the ripe age of 14, I think maybe 15 at this point. No, still 14, I think. Luke had started posting videos on YouTube, and you had this beautiful blue acoustic. You had these fantastic purple speakers that
pink.
They were pink.
Yeah.
Okay,
fake fan.
He had these beautiful pink speakers that sat behind you. In every video that you would make on Liz Hemming's iMac, and I just remember, as I was looking at you and I was looking at you making videos and you singing, I was like, shouldn't be doing this without me. It's not fair. You can't go this far without me. I was like, and then I really had a great chance at making Luke feel like he was nothing without me,
that's great.
At first, he was the manager.
Yeah, which was really great at first. really strengthened our relationship. But no, you were posting videos on YouTube, and they were great, man. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, thanks.
They were awesome.
Very husky voice going on.
You were still kind of coming into your voice.
You can say it.
No, they were dope. They were dope. And I just remembered as people were looking at your videos online, I had known that we'd always talked about starting a band or whatever, and then we were like, this is kind of a cool opportunity to do something cool. And then I think we started doing covers together. Which, to be fair, I made them much worse. I'm totally aware. Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Part of what I do best is I'm very self-aware. And
it says here you did a Blink-182 cover.
We did I Miss You, and that was when I again, playing bongos. Again, I know, terrible ideas all round, but that's why you love me, of course.
Oh, yeah, so was this Blink cover was not... This was there's a third component in this cover, I believe.
That was, I believe, Mr. Hood.
Oh, yes. No, yeah. And I saw you guys from the outside. I'm like, these guys shouldn't have made it this far without me. So I've come in, and you've turned around in music class, and I had my long, luscious, golden brown hair flowing.
Wait, hold on. I don't think you can change the story like this.
Okay. Yeah, I had a pretty shitty haircut.
You had a little fuzzy.
And you turned around, and I'm pretty sure it was pretty simple. You just said you want to make a band with me and Luke.
I was like, hey, you want to join?
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, sure. But then there was the awkward conversation about 24 hours later where we were like, well, we can't all play guitar.
No, we can't.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yes.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
So we're in woodwork class. I think it's called wood shop here. It was woodwork.
Wood shop. We were in the wood shop.
And I was like very awful at it, like surprisingly bad at putting things. I can't build anything.
At woodwork, yeah.
Yeah, as you can tell from my very masculine appearance, it's very surprising to a lot of people that I'm not a very good builder. Did not run in the family. And I remember we're sitting down with... this is quite offensive to you, Cal. So, but you were 14, so
No, it's not. I shred bass now.
yeah.
So
No, okay, cool.
I'm
We're
cool.
ended up in a good place.
No, I agree. This is really offensive.
Sorry, man.
Okay, you want me to leave for this part?
Yeah, if you could
Should I leave?
And we're in woodwork, and we're at the table. We probably like finished our I don't know, or not. I don't know while we were just sitting out there on our own. But Hayden, our friend at school, he's like a tall, athletic type.
Can
guy.
you keep explaining him so we can draw an animation of him?
Yeah. Hayden, he had like babyish cheeks. It's
Oh,
very
almost chipmunkish.
yeah,
Yeah,
but like
But not.
handsome.
Caleb was more of the chipmunk, I think.
Okay.
His cheeks were very like bulbous
They were-
for
they-
some reason.
Yeah, rosy as well.
Yeah.
Nice short little blonde haircut.
Yeah.
Good man.
And we were sitting down and we were talking about, somehow we got on the topic of like who's gonna,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do in the band?
We're like, all right, let's call the band Reverse.
oh yeah, we were stuck in reverse at this
Reverse.
Stuck
point.
in Reverse. Yeah,
And-
as was every band in the local Sydney community.
And bulbous cheeks, Hayden McKinnon goes, well, we'll,
Look out.
Jesus Christ, who's gonna play bass?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, we don't know yet. We weren't ready for this conversation. First band conflict.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is
Stuck
awkward.
in reverse's downfall.
Already going in reverse.
My
And
first
he's-
question was, what is bass?
That was Gallus' first question.
He said, who's the worst at guitar?
Okay.
And
I should have left. I should have left. For me.
And then we look over at Callum and a single tear falls from his eye and he goes, guys, I'll take this one.
Take the fall. To be fair, I was the worst.
But yeah,
worst isn't maybe maybe not as practiced yet.
Not as practiced.
Not as nimble. You're very good at acoustic, but not
Thanks,
as good.
man.
Not as good on the
as
electric.
practiced. Yeah.
You
No,
could sh-
but then
yeah.
I was like, all right, well, this is my time to shine
And-
as the only bassist in the band.
and that was
That's very rare in a band.
it's
It is rare.
That's a great origin story for Callum Hood.
It's bordering on villain origin story.
Almost.
It's like
It still could be.
It's very villain. It is villain origin.
it is bordering on it.
And then
what happened?
and then after that, we had talked about, how do we get a little more serious as a band? We looked at each other, what do bands do? And we all collectively decided that we have no fucking idea. And then we just
The band went on hiatus.
and then I think we were like, what could be great is a drummer to make music.
Yeah.
And then we were like, what? Fuck it. Let's dive in. And we reached out on Facebook and we started to book a gig. And then we were
How
like,
did this gig happen? Because I honestly have no idea.
someone had reached out and said that there's an opportunity for us to play a gig in a cinema.
Oh my god, the gig before the gig?
That and this was the
Oh my
the
god.
pre-gig,
I'd
the
forgotten about
warm-up gig, and we were like, okay, well, I'm sure it'll be massive. What do we have on YouTube? 10,000 subscribers. That's massive.
10,000 people there over off of the races.
10,000 people.
Usually how it works.
Perfect. So yeah, we went to the cinema and we were gonna play, and then we said, cool. We rehearsed. The day before, Callum said, "Hey guys, I can't come. I got soccer practice."
I did though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking villain shit right there.
Yeah, you were already hoping for the downfall from the beginning.
What did we play at that gig?
We played Panic at the Disco, Mona Lisa.
It's good.
We played.
I would think the main would be on there somewhere, maybe.
I
Yeah.
remember practicing on the train with our acoustics.
Yeah.
A Mayday Parade song,
Mm-hmm.
"Kids in Love" or something I really like. Not their big song.
Yeah. Like we played deep cuts, but that was okay.
Yeah,
You know,
that's why people gravitated towards us. They want you.
it showed that we were fans of music. And then after that was a complete fucking train wreck. But to be fair, people showed up. They listened. My hair was down to my fucking chin, and I didn't look up once. It was great.
Yeah, we hit the
Great.
straightener that day.
Great learning experience.
How many people were there?
I don't remember.
I honestly
I
don't
think
know.
maybe about 20.
I feel like there were. Yeah.
Maybe 20. Which is pretty good.
So we've been lying.
It's not bad. It's
good.
Yeah.
We don't talk about this one ever.
Well, because it didn't really count.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
It didn't really count. It was just like me and you showing up at a cinema with 2 acoustic guitars. And then after that, we were like, that went so great. Let's book a real gig.
How did we get the gig at?
Again,
Orlando?
Facebook. I forget his name. Yeah, he messaged me and he was like, yeah, dude, since the cinema gig went so great, you wanna play at the Annandale? Yeah, it was like, you wanna play at the Annandale? And
That's a big gig.
Yeah, and obviously before messaging you guys back, I had accepted, of course. I knew it was right for the band.
True manager style.
And then after that, we had realized, okay, let's start playing, and we got out the electric guitars and got a bass for you that said "I love Mut." Nice little piece of wood.
Well, I think that was even after Ashton joined the band, because that was Ashton's bass.
Oh, that was Ashton's.
I didn't even have a bass.
You didn't have
Yeah,
one.
how did you get...
Didn't we borrow one from school?
I think we stole a guitar from school,
Yeah.
and we were just using it to play the bass notes. Yeah, Emma, yeah.
What?
You're nodding.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good story. Kate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have the guitar.
I love
The
to
one that
add-
you stole?
Again,
Yeah.
the villain
Cool.
adding thievery.
Yeah, this villain origin story is really coming to life. And then after we got together, we realized, okay, we really need a drummer. More than we needed one before. Now that we have a gig booked, we definitely need one. And I think for some reason Ashton was like he was
Local legend.
He was like a name that had
Honestly was.
floated
He
around
honestly was,
between like when it came to drumming in our area. It was
to be clear, drumming or drumming?
drumming.
Drummers need you.
Yeah, it was
Want bands now.
It was it was very much a legendary tale of this Ashton Irwin, and I reached out.
On
to
Facebook.
I reached out to find him.
Thanks,
The best place that I knew, which had led me to so many other fruitful endeavors. That was Facebook, and I sent a message, and it would be nice to pull the message up right now.
It said...
I remember I sent it to you a few years ago.
I remember exactly what you said. You said, "What's up? Heard about you through my mate Chris."
Yeah.
Chris
and,
went to our school.
And Mike says, "Hey, there's probably going to be about 200 people at our first gig.
It's gonna be
It'd
fucking massive.
Be a pleasure to play with you. There's no guaranteed spot in the band, but we're doing a rehearsal
Did
this
you
Thursday."
already say there's no guaranteed spot in the band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made it clear, bro.
Wow.
I didn't want to be like,
No,
hey,
because at this point in time it was a trio,
yeah, and we'd never met him.
and I was essentially sessioning,
Yeah.
which was cool with me.
Interesting.
So I had a car and stuff, and I was just trying to get gigs at the time. I didn't have a car yet, actually.
I remember you replied and you said, "Hey, bro, sounds good. I got nothing better to do."
Yeah, I have
That was
nothing
that
Wow,
was.
that's all.
Fine. That's
okay.
literally what you would say now if someone asked you that same question.
I still say that when people ask me to play drums. I say I got nothing better to do. I'd love to, and I'm still. I mean, Anyways, so I show up at rehearsal. I meet Callum for the first time. There's an electric drum kit. I'm sweating balls. It's Australia.
so hot.
And I rode my bike from Richmond to Quakers Hill.
which to put in perspective,
Is a big ride. I may as well have been training for the Tour de France. But and I showed up and parked my Huffy in the driveway. I had some drumsticks with me, like a true legend.
of course.
I was wearing my purple shirt, which you all then went on to traumatize me.
Yeah. So imagine
it was poor. I was poor as shit.
Imagine
and I could only afford 2 T-shirts.
Imagine
and y'all
a-
teased me about
a nice thin cotton purple shirt that's with a really really deep V-neck.
Yeah.
Deep V. Jersey
Like
Shore V.
what Barney would wear on his off day,
Who's Barney?
like Barney the dinosaur.
Right. So you're still teasing me. That's great. So I walk in and they have an electric drum kit, and we're in Mike's granny flat, and he proceeds to tell me how to play drums.
I was like, "Hey, bro, so
Hey,
the
bro.
songs that we're playing, they're gonna sound something like this." And I remember you definitely smiling and nodding. You were like, "Mm-hmm, sounds good."
yeah, as a good session guy does.
Like, great, man.
And I met Callum for no, Callum didn't show up again. He wasn't there.
I think I had soccer practice.
Soccer practice. I
Callum
think.
was splitting his worlds, but so we did this rehearsal. We played "Gotta Get Out," which was
The song
on our,
that Callum
which
wrote.
was on our first EP. And I was like, "Where is this Brian Wilson-esque guy?" He's like,
Yeah, wow.
writing-
Very mysterious.
He's writing all these songs for the band, but he doesn't show up for the gigs.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my world.
And we learned "Hot and Cold" by Katy Perry, but we added a metal breakdown because we were aware of our audience.
Yeah,
We were aware that we were playing a hardcore meetup with other heavy bands that do breakdowns.
Yep.
And we knew we needed some monstrous energy involved, so we chose Katy Perry.
Yep,
What the fuck?
Totally great pick. And then we did an amazing cover of "Rolling in the Deep" by
Yep.
Adele,
which was firing.
which was really going off, and the crowd was loving it. Nobody realized I was playing in a completely different key, but
Which was kind of psychedelic.
exactly, it added like a cool,
Yeah.
like a nice little friction.
Bit of tension.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
So now we come to December 3rd.
I feel like I remember something when Callum maybe wasn't even there, so this is probably part of the villain story as well. After Ashton left the first rehearsal, I remember this. I don't remember much, but I remember he coming to me going like, "What do you think?"
I do.
And I said, "I think he's sick." I think
And we only did about 2 rehearsals, I think.
yeah, and I feel like we knew straight away. We were like, "Oh yeah, this is the guy."
Yeah,
This is the guy
no,
for
I
sure."
remember I was like, "What do you think? Could he be in the band?" and I remember you being like, "Yeah, he could, but he has to meet Callum first." That was what you said.
Oh,
Thanks, man. Hey,
That's good.
I got sweaty
You
hands.
really did.
Yeah.
And then
And he didn't know your shit because you don't turn up. You don't even show up yet.
yeah, well, I did have something better to do.
yeah,
At the
let's
time.
play soccer.
That's very funny. Yeah, much
And
more
then-
promising.
And
at
then I
that
said
point, to be fair.
and then I said to Luke, "Anyway, you want to play guitar here?" And we were like, "Yeah."
we
and
fucking
you showed
shredded it.
Which was kind of the band's main hustle until about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
yeah.
Guitar Hero week.
It's incredibly recent.
Getting good at
To
easy.
be fair, in the beginning, well, I guess that's more of a 2012 thing, but
Yeah, we'll hold up for a
yeah,
second.
yeah.
So we're still in 2011. Now we play this gig on December 3rd at this pub. And it's I guess it's a pretty well-known pub for breaking smaller bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was part of the Sydney scene, and that was our first time ever we kind of played in an official venue, and I showed up. I went with your mum,
We drove together.
I think.
We carpooled.
No,
We
I,
carpooled.
Yeah,
And-
I
and-
drove with you too.
And I think it's important to know that Luke's mum was Ashton's math teacher
Oh my
at
god.
his school.
Yeah. So it was weird hanging out with Liz outside of school hours.
Yeah.
But
That's fucking crazy.
but I was also happy Liz was observing my side hustle.
That's nice.
It's why you're tired at school, Ash. Well, you're a part of my other life as well.
Well, now you know.
Now you
Was
know.
was she teaching you like the year of that gig, or is
The year before.
the year before?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd never met you. I don't know how we didn't meet.
Yeah.
Playing the same pubs.
But then we played the show, and then y'all asked me to join the band. He asked me to join.
Yep.
I
So
think I literally got down on one knee.
You did.
you did. So we get to the gig, and we were in the I'm not even going to call it backstage because it was just a room. And I remember we were back there, and we would be like, "How many people are here? What's going on out there?" And all of our parents were there. I think most of them were there. And I think I remember Liz being like, "It's not too many yet." And we're like, "Oh, okay." You know.
Oh, she's just so brutally
Our
honest.
parents were really brutal about it.
Yeah.
Is anyone there? Not a soul. Not a soul, they'd say. Why are you doing this? This is a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and then the support band goes on, and we're like, "Wow, they must be playing to such a massive audience. How many people are out there?" We can't believe we have a support band. This is amazing. And this is my dream. And they go, "All right, guys, there's maybe about 8 or 9 people." And we're like, "Oh, okay."
1,000?
Like, 8 or 900. Where are we at with that? And then, anyway, and then we go on stage, to a very, very solid crowd of 12 people.
But they were keen.
By God, they really made us feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
They really did.
They were really keen. They were ready to get involved in whatever we threw at them.
In whatever it was,
Yeah.
we
What
had
did
no idea what was
What did
going
we
on.
open with? Did we have a set list?
Yeah, we played 4 songs.
That's a pretty short set, isn't it?
That's
That's we
because
drive a hard bargain, don't we?
Didn't we? No, we had a full like acoustic part as well.
We did do
The acoustic
section.
thing was our main thing in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we were like, we got to have an acoustic
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would treat the acoustic part as the main part, and the electric part was like,
Just like the additions.
we're trying this out.
Yeah.
It was kind of like when Bob Dylan started using electric guitars
Yeah.
sparsely.
And everyone was
We-
like,
It's actually
We were like, we don't know
Rolling
if it's
Stone wrote the
very
same
good.
thing.
yeah,
That's how we're compared.
and it looks like on here it took us 2 weeks to get a cover in the bag with a drummer after the show.
yeah. And so the gig ended, and it was great. And then we went outside to take pictures with the people who were there.
Thousands.
And there was thousands of them. I think they dwindled by that point as well, and there were maybe 7 by that point.
The hard gig to get to Annandale. No buses.
It's not easy.
No public transport.
Yeah,
Not
that's
easy.
probably what it was.
On a really busy
so.
road.
And then we get out there, and then we look at Ashton, and we said, "Wow, this gig went so well."
You're great. We're great.
We really sold it. Really sold it. Like, do you want this opportunity, man? No, we didn't actually. Callum got down on one knee in the street and said, "Ashton, will you join the band?"
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I've got nothing better to do.
There you go.
I may as well.
I actually. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, you go.
I don't want to add
I'll
to the
go.
villain
Yeah.
story.
No, you go.
So, yep, you're gonna. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a good joke. It's a good bit, Cal.
Yeah, go on, yeah, so.
The guy with the blonde hair that opened for us, I can't for the life of me remember his name, but I remember him coming up to, or messaging, or coming up after, because I remember we were trying to be like Green Day and Blink and like, all those bands would be like a rock band, and we had the acoustic thing. We knew we had to do that for a while to get to the electric thing, and I remember him coming up to me after and being like, you guys should maybe just stick to the acoustic thing. It's like insinuating that the electric part was really bad.
Really bad.
But we knew that.
To be fair, he probably was right.
No,
it probably sucked.
he definitely was.
Yeah, and that's
Bit of a shitty thing to say to 14-year-olds,
like
though, isn't it?
definitely a fucking way to really shut a bunch of kids down.
Anyway,
And then we ripped this teenage dirtbag cover in your living room around Christmas time.
around the Christmas tree.
mate, the marketing was already there.
And Ashton came with something that would go on to live in legends. Do you want to talk about the Kahan?
No, man, it seems like you have a good,
So
good stance on it.
I think he really brought it to the mainstream audience. And to be fair, quite a versatile little thing that Kahan is. It became a fucking staple for years to come.
Yeah.
Years to come, and then going forwards in years. I remember we'd show up to radio stations and stuff, and then Ashton would have this, and to explain what it is, it's a box, and when you hit the top, it makes a higher pitched noise, and then you hit the bottom, and it makes a lower pitched noise.
noise, yeah.
Really, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Insinuating kick and snare.
Yes.
Insinuating.
And for years to come, we would walk into radio stations, and they'd be like, "Oh, Ashton, you're sitting on a box." For years and years. But you know what? Kind of fucking legendary. Kind of was a good fucking like.
Whatever, man.
I think it was dope.
I feel like we're moving at such high speeds. It only warranted a box.
Right? Are you gonna bring a whole kit into?
No,
You
no,
want to
you're
chuck
not.
that thing in?
They wouldn't let me.
Chuck that
But
thing
they
in the back
also
of the
wouldn't let me
car.
not show up at acoustic gigs.
Exactly. They were like, "We need all 4 of you."
Oh my god, yeah, if we can get a big montage of every time Ashton's ever hit a cajon.
But
or cajon.
2011 was really exciting. It was a really exciting year for us.
It was, and it was like a year of us just figuring it out, And when you start doing that stuff as like so young, you really do just need it. Like we needed it to work, and we just
Yeah, and we were always receptive to whatever came our way. We didn't judge it. We just used things as good opportunities.
yeah.
So we, I thought it was cool how you guys let me kind of do this first cover with you, because it really did change really quick, and you guys were very adaptive, which was great. And you understood the steps to build a band, which was,
Totally.
no one tells you how to do it.
You just figure it
And
out.
you guys felt it out, and you found somebody that fit.
Yeah, and I think when you joined, that was when we actually realized, oh shit, okay, let's try this properly. You know what I mean? Let's stop fucking around.
But you didn't really know me very well.
But we didn't need to.
No, but my whole motivations already were lined up with y'all.
Exactly.
I wanted to be in a band.
Yeah.
I'd already been in about 7.
Yeah.
And I was like doing that thing, so I was comfortable with it. But I had already. It was lucky that I had become frustrated with the non-action
Right.
in other bands. So by the time I made it to y'all, I was like, this has to be it.
We were like,
This has to
fucking
be
do
the
it.
band that actually is gonna work.
Yeah, no, that's interesting actually, because it was our first, like we've been like, around a little bit, but like you'd actually been in, I didn't think about it like that. You've been in lots of bands and with people that are probably, like us when you met us, like kind of, could do stuff, but, we're kind of dicking about a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is something special.
Yeah.
Because you definitely knew there was something special about it, but
Well, I'd been in bad bands.
yeah. I mean, not yeah.
Y'all
I
were a
didn't
good
know.
band to some extent.
I think that's what.
In some areas, we were okay.
Yeah, I mean, December 16th. I mean, really, that's where we had the perception of like us as a group.
Yeah.
That was like the first time where people were like, "Oh, okay, this is an actual thing."
Like there's 4 of them now, and it's starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah. And we, by God, we ripped Teenage Dirtbag.
And you know what? Just out of my memory, shout out to Norway and Sweden. On the internet, you guys were holding it down the most.
Sweden was, weren't they?
Out of all of it.
I remember,
I remember those stats gave us meaning to like keep doing it more because it was like, people are actually...
We looked at the YouTube analytics,
Yeah.
and it was like majority Sweden, Norway, and that was when we had the idea of like, well, if people overseas are seeing this, then let's like keep trying.
We wanted to be a touring band.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like a clear indication that we could go elsewhere.
Yeah, because that was the time where so many people were doing like YouTube things, and I don't know how, but like, because you're right, we wanted to be like a live band, and like we wanted to play shows, and because we had like Facebook and on the last gig and being like, oh, this many people are coming, but then only 12 showed up, or like, well, all these other YouTube people never can, well, not never, but I find it really hard to get a live following. So we knew like that's what we want to do. We want to have people come to the show because we knew what it felt like having people not come to the show. So how do we like? Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true.
But it was because we did the acoustic stuff
Yeah.
that really warranted us to actually have time to grow behind the scenes.
Definitely. And that's 2011.
2011, baby.
And then what did you guys get for Christmas
I was
that
gonna
year?
say, what did we get for
I think
Christmas?
I got another guitar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think that was when I got my Gibson Les Paul custom, which
Oh,
we'll get to that.
yeah,
soon.
Oh no!
yeah, we'll talk about
Oh no! The first band fight.
that. Oh, jeez.